everyone, this is Sabrina. Welcome back to my channel. I thought it would be fun to work on my me album because I only have a few pages left before it's finished. It is January through April. And I grabbed this card that I made using the Misty. I did a video of that a while back, and I wanted to find a place to use this card, and I decided April would be the best spot, right? Because it says April, and build from that. And the layout that I'm making is all about myself, obviously, but it's the everyday photos and like all the miscellaneous type of stories. And I usually go for a grid type layout or a collage type layout. And I really loved this funky pattern card, so I'm gonna find a way to incorporate that as well. And then I'll also find a way to incorporate those flowers that's on the 3x4 card, because I want that somewhere else in the design. Then I'll also look in my chipboard stash from Ali Edwards and see what I have that can go with this page. I'm also keeping a few spots open, that way I can have different spots to make clusters of embellishments and stamping, and it creates a really good visual triangle to move your eye around the page. And when I'm looking for photos for my everyday catch-all kind of spread, I think about the photos like Happy Mail and what did I take a photo with my kids, did I take a photo with the cat, a capture of my Instagram account, did anything special happen that month, like my sister coming to visit, or do I have any workout photos? So I just try to cover all of those in my spread. There was a small 2-inch gap between the 3x4 card and the edge of the layout and where the last photo landed. You can see it's the Instagram screenshot, and I wanted to add that fun pattern card to cover that little gap. And I'm going to make the journaling card into a flip up so I can do my journaling and just kind of do the bullet point journaling that I love to do. So I added a piece of paper on the back of it, since the back of it was kind of a mess up on the Misty stamping. So that way it I don't have to write on that mess up, because it's not going to be possible. I am going to also take the scrap that I have of this card and do a few 1-inch circles, and then I will cut later on a piece of it to add to the top of the page on the left-hand side. So I am putting down the last photo I have of my cat laying on top of my chest, and now I'm going through my different chipboard drawers. I shared an organization video about these drawers that I have for Ali Edwards pieces, which I love. It's one of the best things I've ever done for my scrapbook room or scrapbook area. It's right on my desk, and it's an acrylic drawer full of Ali Edwards products. So I pulled out one that says Making the Most of It, which is black and it has some pink on it. I'm not going to wind up using that one. Instead, I'm going to use a different one. I am going to use the purple one that says Ready for a Refresh, and I pulled out an older stamp set from the special project called Pieces of Me. Just recently, Ali did the Pieces of Play, and this was kind of from the same type of project. So I stamped my story. I didn't like it, so I stamped it again, and it actually worked out because I can pop dot it. And below it, I stamped Embracing All of Me in the purple ink. I am going to stamp some more of those flowers that are in the same ink as the 3x4 card, and I'll also add in a little bit of green because I love green. Green is my favorite color. I'd love to know in the comment section, what is your favorite color? What color can you just not get enough of? For me, it's green. Any type of green, bring it on. Give me all the green. So I'm stamping the flowers in the spots that I left open, and also on the side of the left hand side of the project. It creates really great movement when you add these stamps around the page, and they're really eye-catching. And I love how this stamp set has the outline of the flower, which I really love, and I can do that in a darker ink color. And again, this stamp set was from my stash as well. I have been a subscriber to Allie Edwards for so long, like I've told you guys, so long. So once I get these flowers all stamped, I can work on finishing up the various spots that I have for my spread. And I will stamp a darker green, which is, I think, Rustic Wilderness. It's a new Distress Oxide ink that I have that I absolutely love. I just love those Distress Oxide inks. I actually started using those when I really got into scrapbooking back, like when my son was a baby, and then I switched to archival ink, the small mini ones, and I don't know, I don't like those as much, so now I'm getting back into Distress Oxides. I just love them. So the cluster up by My Story, that's going to have April gatherings and a circle, and then I'll pop dot the My Story, and Embracing All of Me will be below it. So that little cluster has stamping in 2 different ways with a word phrase and a shape, and it also has a punched shape and a chipboard. So lots going on in that little cluster. So much fun in that little spot right there. And I love doing that with my clusters, creating a big impact with just a few different pieces and mixing them all up. Down by the chipboard, or the bottom of the page, I have that big purple chipboard ready for a refresh. Allie Edwards doesn't seem to do a lot of purple product, but she does bring out some of that purple during April, which I really like. I found a black chipboard that says taking time to explore, learn, and grow. And I really loved that for, the theme of April, and I've just had it for a while. So I figured, what, it's time to give it a home. And because that chipboard was going horizontal down at the bottom of the right, that's what gave me the idea to put another strip of this pattern paper up at the top. It's something a little different and maybe a little unique, but I like it, and I like it. And above it, I'm going to put a word phrase sticker that says, "Today is a brand new day." I have a whole bazillion of these stickers, so I am just going to add a few of those. Over on the 3x4 card, I did add a stamp sentiment that says "Pieces of Me," and below that says "Growth." And I am going to add another piece of this pattern paper up to the top of the 3x4 card, and then I can start on my journaling. So I just am loving this project and how I'm mixing together something that I made a long time ago, using my stash for the stories by the month, and figuring out new ways to use my stamp sets like the Pieces of Me and the April story kit. Okay. So the stories that I picked out, I talked about the photo of my husband and I that I took, and we celebrated 18 years together on the 7th. I finished up 3 Everyday Explorers mini books, and then I had 4 packages of Happy Mail, plus another one that was my Pipsticks order. We celebrated Easter at my in-laws, which was really wonderful. Their backyard is incredible in the spring with all the blossoms. I have that photo of my cat up in the corner because they take family cuddle time very seriously, and they will just climb right on top of your chest, don't even care. They want to make sure that we make room for them. There was a lot of hikes this month with my husband, which was awesome. And then my sister came to visit, and I can't stop eating sweet chili chips plus peanut butter and chocolate protein bars. So just a big old long little list of little stories for my April. And then I added in Pieces of Me, Do More Things, and a flower that's green. And that's it. So now I can share the walkthrough later on this week. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I'd love a thumbs up or a subscribe if you're new to my channel. Have a great day. Bye.